Hello children, I'm Serene, and today I would like to share with you a very interesting book which is entitled Beverly and the Peranakan Feast. Now this book is written by Deborah and Francisca with illustrations by Madeline Wee. It is published by Straits Times Press Books and it can be found in our public libraries. Are you ready? Let's start. Chop, 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 chop. Bang, crash. Beverly had been hearing sounds coming from the kitchen the whole morning, and she decided to take a peek. Okay, so you can see Beverly here, right? The first thing she saw was an onion on the floor. A few steps away, she spotted an oddly shaped root in pale brown. Then she heard a strange sound. It was the sound of sobbing. Mommy was crying. Okay. Beverly peered from behind the fridge and saw her mother huddled in the corner of the kitchen. She was sitting on the floor with her face in her hands. Mommy, why are you crying? What is wrong? She asked worriedly. Okay. And Mommy looked up. Her eyes were red with tears. Her left cheek had a streak of chili paste. Okay. And there was a piece of garlic in her hair. Okay. Can you see that? So she must be feeling very upset. No? Let's see why. I invited my friends over for a Peranakan feast. I'm trying to follow Mama Dot's recipe for sambal udang. But the color of the rempah doesn't look right. I will have to call them to cancel the dinner. I will never get this right. It's just too much work. Okay, so mommy is feeling very upset. Okay, and she said that to Beverly. Okay. And so she sighed a big sigh and went back to whipping into her hands again. Okay. So, see. Beverly wanted to help mommy feel better. And she looked around and she spotted a tattered notebook on the kitchen counter. Right? And the page it was open at had sambal udang written at the top. And a list of ingredients in her grandmother's scribbles. Okay. She looked at the cover. It had the words Dot's recipes written in curly letters on it. She knew this recipe book had once belonged to her grandmother, Mama Dot. Okay, so this was passed down to her mommy from Mama Dot. Beverly raced to the phone and dialed Mama's number. Okay? And after a few rings, she heard a familiar voice on the other end of the line. Hi, Mama. Mom is upset because she cannot get her rampas to be the color of your rampas, Beverly reported. And rampa, not rampas, sniffed Mommy from behind her. Her grandmother laughed. I'll be over as fast as I can. Okay, so this is Beverly. So let's see. So 20 minutes later, her grandmother arrived, breezed through the front door and pulled Mommy to her feet. Come on, let's get cooking. And please get that piece of garlic out of your hair, she chuckled. Okay. So you see. And Mommy had stopped crying and she managed a smile at the sight of her mother. As Mommy shelled the prawns, Beverly's grandma got to work. Pounding onions, dried chilies, candle nuts, and string paste in a heavy stone bowl. Okay, so the stone bowl. What is that? Okay, pointing to this. Beverly asked. She touched the cold grey stone and it felt rather rough. We call it a batu lesson. It is an important tool in the Peranakan kitchen, her grandmother said, as she pounded the ingredients into a thick red paste. Okay, so this is the color. Can I help too? Beverly was so excited that both her mother and grandmother were in the kitchen cooking together. Okay, and she wanted to cook with them too. Mommy was thrilled. Of course you can. I think pong tauhu is the dish for you to work on. It is a very tasty soup. Beverly was excited. Pong tauhu! I know that dish. It's my favorite. Nonya soup. That's the one with the meatballs. Okay. Wow. Okay, it's a favorite soup. So now we know Beverly's favorite. So Beverly was soon pressing the water out of a piece of beancurd, which she had wrapped in a piece of muslin. It was tough work. No matter how hard she squeezed, there will still be water dripping out of the soggy bundle. Okay, see that, huh? And when the beancurd was all mashed up and dry, Beverly mixed it with minced meat, prawns, and fried garlic. Okay. Mommy then seasoned it with salt and pepper. She also added bamboo shoots. It's so thinly sliced that they look like matchsticks. Right? So you see, they really look like matchsticks. Next, Beverly helped to shape the mixture into little balls and drop them into a bowl of rich prawn stock, which had been added to some fermented soya bean paste. Is this why it is called pong tauhu? Because they look like ping pong balls? They all laugh. Okay. And so for the next few hours, Mommy and Mama Dot continue pounding, peeling, stirring, and frying. Beverly, who had given up after making the soup, sat in the corner of the kitchen, munching on cookies while she watched them. Peranakan cooking was such hard work, right? So it's not easy to cook. And Beverly spotted the old recipe book and opened it. Every recipe looked so challenging to cook, with many steps and countless ingredients. Mama Dot, how do you cook Peranakan dishes so well? They seem so difficult, Beverly called out. Okay, so this is actually the recipe for pulau hitam. Pulau hitam is a famous dessert, quite a nice dessert. So let's see. Let's see what Mama Dot say. So Mama Dot smiled. I learned how to cook from my mother and aunts. I remember I was very young, perhaps around your age when I first started. And no shortcuts. That was what they used to tell me. She laughed at that memory. Okay. It can be tough at first, the first few times, but it's worth all that trouble. Peranakan cooking is such a joy for me, especially since the food is an amazing mix of Malay spices and Chinese ingredients. And that is also why it's so scrumptious. Mama Dot continued cooking, and Beverly's attention returned to the precious recipe book. She turned a page and stopped. Something interesting had caught her eye. A photograph had been left inside the book. The photograph looked very old. It was in black and white. Mama Dot, I found this in your book. When was this taken? Her grandmother glanced at it and said, "Oh, this is a picture of a tok panjang. It was taken on my wedding day a long time ago." Tok panjang means long table. It is a fantastic feast of many Peranakan dishes, and it is usually seen at celebrations. So Beverly looked at the photograph again. What a feast that must have been! So when all of Mummy's and Mama Dot's dishes were finally ready, Beverly helped them set up the dining table by spreading a beautiful batik tablecloth over it. Her mother laid the table with jewel-colored Peranakan plates, which she used only on special occasions. You can see. She was wearing a white and blue sarong kebaya. Beverly thought she looked lovely. And as Mummy laid the last spoon down on the table, the doorbell chimed. The friends were here. "Welcome to our tok panjang," Beverly sang, much to everyone's amusement. Okay, so she's so happy. And so one by one, the dishes were placed on the table. Nonya mie, sambal udang, itik tim, ayam buat keluak, and babi ponte, chapchai, and not forget the one prepared by Beverly, which is the pong tauhu. Mummy's friends sat around the table, squealing in delight at the dishes before them. It really did look like tok panjang, just like the one in Mama Dot's photograph. "Beverly, come over here," whispered her father. He was standing at the doorway of her bedroom. Okay, let's see. Father wanted to show her. She peeked in and saw, to her surprise, small dishes of the same food she had helped to cook on her play table. Everything looked so colorful and smelled so delicious. "Let's have our own tok panjang," giggled Mama Dot as she joined them in Beverly's bedroom, and the three of them sat down to enjoy their own Peranakan feast. So, besides the one mentioned, these are also some of the common ingredients which is also used in Peranakan cooking. Maybe something to check out this weekend. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you enjoy the story. Last but not least, take care and stay safe, everyone. Bye.